Okay, today we're going to talk about your Block 11 Magnet Lab. We're going to work on electromagnet in lab today, try to make one, see what it does. These are the two pages that are in your Block 11 that you'll transfer over for your homework. The second page has some questions, and we're going to go through this lab, and you should be able to answer most of the questions. If you have any other issues with it, give me a message and we'll figure it out. Okay, today if we go back to materials, we'll need an iron or a steel bolt, 24 inches of insulated wire, 2 D-cell batteries with holders, alligator clips or tape to hold the wire together, some paper clips or other magnetic items, and a journal or paper to take notes on, and that's what you will put your notes directly into your OneNote notebook. Now I'm using it looks like an axle instead of a bolt. We're going to use a bare wire, and then I also wrapped up a coil with an insulated wire to see what it does compared to the bare wire. Now we know a permanent magnet is magnetized all the time. We can pick things up all the time, but the only problem is it won't let it go. An electromagnet, we can put power to it, and what is nice with that, you can turn it off and on. Your doorbell's an example of that at your house, car starter solenoid. There's a lot of things that have an electromagnet in it. Now I've hooked both the positive and the negative onto this, and let's see if it magnetizes, which you would think with the insulated wire you don't know if it would magnetize or not. But as you can see, it will pick up the metal paper clips. Now there's 3, almost 4 on that side. Let's try the other side to see what it does. And I think you're going to see that it will also pick up some of the paper clips. So we know that this will pick up 3 to 4 on each side as it's magnetized. Now, let's unhook it and let's see if it stays magnetized. Look, it's still, well, there for a second it picked up. Now doesn't seem like it wants to pick anything up, but there for a second. Now, once in a while when we do these, and we'll do them with screws. If you have this at home and able to do it up, you may set it up with a screw or a nail. And sometimes they do stay magnetized. And if they do stay magnetized, a lot of times you can just take it and drop it, and it will actually line back up or unalign the electrons again and become unmagnetic. Now also for this, I took just a bare wire, you can see, and wound it the same way to see what it would do. And you can see it also will magnetize and pick up the paper clips. There's 2 and almost 3 it'll pick up. Let's flip the other side. The other side actually seems like it wants to pick up more. I think I was testing this, and there's what, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on there. So it'll actually pick up more than what the coated wire would pick up. And the same way here, let's unhook it and see what happens. Looks like it's already let go of the paper clips, and it doesn't seem to want to magnetize and pick anything up again. But there again, it may have been real lightly. But you can come back to your questions and answer some of your questions. You try to pick up one of the paper clips. What happens with your electromagnet? Unhook one of the wires from the battery. In our case, it demagnetized it and wouldn't pick up anything. But I'll see if I can put another example on that stays magnetized. How many paper clips did it pick up? So at one time you had 3 on one end and 5 on the other. And yes, you can hand or clip them on both ends, and why? And how could you make your electromagnet smaller or stronger? You can look at here, you had a smaller pack. You might be able to use, so we're just using a 2 battery pack, and it says here, you may put more battery to it and see what happens. If you're able to do that at home, you can try that. And how is the strength of the electromagnet affected by the increase in electricity traveling through the wire? Well, that gives you an example of a magnetic field, and give me your opinion on that. Fill out question 6. Number 7, after using the electromagnet, remove the iron nail or bolt, and can it still pick things up? Well, we showed that it wouldn't pick up with. Let's go ahead and slide this out and see if it will pick up anything. It doesn't seem to want to be magnetized. But before, I said earlier today in class, we had some, so you can see this one's still a little bit magnetized from class today. See how it'll pick up one, almost wants to start to pick up the second one. Now if we would drop that, we'll drop that a couple times, and let's see if it changed it, how it still picks up. Now see now, well, it's still lightly magnetized, but not quite as much. Let's drop it again, and see there. Now it's knocked the magnetism out of it altogether. So that should help you answer that question. So if you have any other questions, please message me, but you should be able to fill this lab out with the information on the video. Just read the opening article, look at the materials, follow along, and answer the questions.